Yo, what's up, guys? It's Nick, aka FG, as some of you guys know me, and I'm hiking a mountain right now. But that's not what this video is about. This is a video about how I was able to pass a funded challenge with BreakoutProp and withdraw $4,000 within just 2 weeks. And so this video is made in partnership with Breakout. They approved my affiliate status, but I really do believe in their product. They gave me the $4,000 pretty much that day. And so this is a product I believe in. And at Market Cypher, empowering traders is our motto. And in my opinion, there's no other way to empower traders more than giving them a big fat account to trade with. So gone are the days where you have to put up 10, 20, 50, 100K of your own money to trade with size. If you are able to prove yourself as a trader with these breakout challenges, with these prop funded challenges, then you're able to get up to 200 grand in funding with other people's money. And so trading with OPM is the way to go, guys. That way, when you blow the account, because the environments always shift. I can tell you that I'm a pro trader, but I hate saying that because next week I might be just a flopping groper again and you may not want to listen to me. And so time in the markets humbles you, and I'm not afraid to admit that I've failed challenges in the past. I've blown accounts in the past, and I've taken big L's. Just last year, I had my first six-figure loss in trading, but that comes with the game. That was a part of my journey to growing my first account to $1 million. And so I'm here on my mission to teach the traders a little bit about me. I've been in crypto since 2016. My brother and I created Market Cypher in around 2018, 2019, and I immediately got to work putting out videos and educating the masses on how to read technical indicators. Market Cypher is one of the most successful indicators in the crypto world. You can see that we have a plethora of other influencers, athletes, all sorts of people under the Market Cypher umbrella. We've been on Joe Rogan and all sorts of things. So this is my journey to be a man for others, for traders. And I have to hand it to BreakoutProp, empowering traders, man. That's what you guys are really doing. So shout out to Trader Main, and let's get into the video. Yo, what's up, guys? So this is BreakoutProp.com. This is the funded trading platform by Trader Main. So I'm gonna go ahead and create an account on this website, and this is gonna be a different login than your actual login for the trading terminal. So to actually access the trading terminal, you're going to have to buy an evaluation, and then they're going to send you an email with a special unique login just for this additional platform here. But when you create your account on breakoutprop.com, you're going to see this big dashboard here. So this is going to have some public information about your trading here. There's going to be certificates. You're going to be able to buy evaluations here. You got FAQs, you can handle all your payouts. Now, unfortunately, this is a brand new platform that they just released a couple days ago. And so my 4K withdrawal is not shown here. But if you go on my previous YouTube video, you will see that I did post proof of that 4K withdrawal. They just re-updated the platform. So I guess all my old past evaluation data, all my old trading win rate percent is all reset and stuff. And so this win rate of 83.33% is not very accurate. My win rate's actually more like 40%. So I'm just being realistic with you guys. But you also have like payouts here and the affiliates. So if you ever become an affiliate, if you have a large social media following, then you can refer people like I'm doing with this video. So my referral code is 538RTT. If you like my video and you get an evaluation and you pass your evaluation, then consider using my code for your next evaluation that you purchase. It'll give you a 2% discount, and I would just greatly appreciate it. So if this video helps you, go ahead and buy an evaluation. You don't have to use my code, but if you do, you'll get a 2% discount and you'll help me out in the process. So there's also a leaderboard here. Congrats to Landicor, one of the guys in my VIP. He's marking it up on the leaderboard, so congrats, bro. When it comes to buying an evaluation, you have a couple options here. So if you're very, very new to trading, obviously I would start very small with only perhaps a 5K or a 10K account. But if you're more confident in your trading, I would go with a bigger one. I went with the 50K. This was the one that I was able to quickly pass with a one-step challenge and then get that 4K withdrawal going. But if you were ballsy, you could go for the 100K challenge. That's what I'm currently working on right now at this moment. I would say start small and see if you even have the ability to pass challenges first. If you start passing challenges, then go for the bigger ones, such as a 50K challenge. Now, when you actually click to purchase this, there's going to be a couple options here. You have a one-step or a two-step evaluation. So I personally prefer the one-step evaluation. The rules are a little more strict, but you can pass the evaluation in a single trade and immediately start withdrawing profits and paying for more challenges. So whereas the two-step evaluation, you're going to have to like earn 5% and then it resets the account, and then you got to earn 10% and then it resets the account, and then you start trading with real money. Whereas the one-step evaluation, you just got to make 10% and then you can start trading with the real money. So personally, I prefer the one-step, but if you get the two-step, the benefit is that you have much more relaxed drawdown limits here. So I pulled up this in like the FAQ section, and you can see that the two-step has a wider drawdown parameter. The two-step maximum daily loss is 5% and the maximum drawdown is 8%, whereas the one-step maximum daily loss is 4% and the maximum drawdown is 6%. So let's say you had a 100K account. On the one-step challenge, you can never, ever, ever fall below 94K on either the evaluation or the live trading account. And in a given day, you can never lose more than 4%. Even if you had like $110,000 on the account, you still can never lose more than that daily loss limit. So you have to be very careful. Even if your account is in the green, like you can't lose more than 4% per day, or you will still breach the account. So when you go on the dashboard, make sure that you go and you check your equity limit here. Never fall below your equity limit, and don't just be tunnel visioned in on the trading terminal. Have your dashboard open and make sure you're in tune with your maximum daily loss limit always. And if you are good with this, then you won't have to pay for breach insurance. So we're going to go back to the evaluation here, and we're going to go ahead and select a 50K challenge here. And there's a couple add-ons that you could purchase. So I like to purchase the 90-10 profit split. So instead of 80-20, I like to get that extra little bonus of the 90-10. I do not purchase the breach insurance because I'm smart about watching that daily loss limit. But if you feel like you might mess up and slip, and basically like if you think you're going to hit your daily loss limit, even though your account's in the green, get the breach insurance. But I don't really think it's necessary as long as you're not an idiot. So we're going to get that 90-10 profit split add-on. We're going to do a one-step evaluation here. We're going to fill in all the info. And you can just pay with crypto or a credit card. It's very simple. You could hook your Phantom wallet up, and you can just get the account going like pretty much right away. So that's how you purchase the actual evaluation. Now, once you purchase the evaluation, you're going to get an email. And in that email, it's going to give you a special login just for this trading terminal. And this is the trading terminal here. So you're probably going to see it's going to look something like this here. You've got your positions down here. You've got a watch list here, so you could add symbols such as like fart coin. I could add some fart coin there on my watch list there. And this is very customizable. So like you could click charts, like you could click this and boom, see now you got two charts there. You could add another one. So you got Bitcoin. I could turn this to ETH. And if your chart's ever messed up, you could always just click down here, like push the little 1 day, and that'll reset the chart for you there. You've got the time frames here, the candle type. You can do drawings, but I do most of my TA on TradingView, actually, not really on the terminal here. But this is the Breakout trading terminal. So you've got your balance, your equity, your P&L, all that good stuff here. You got your challenges. And if you go to your trading dashboard here, this is going to be all your information. So you can see that on Tuesday, I had like a really rough day trading Fartcoin, and that erased a lot of the gains that I made last week on this crazy Ripple trade that I'm going to show you guys in this video. But hopefully I can make it back in the next, probably like next weekend. I'll probably enter some big trades. I'm pretty much taking it easy, keeping it small last couple days because my trading is not very good unless it's like at the end of the weekend. and you catch that big like start of the week move, that's usually when the most of my big wins are. So I try to keep my trading only around those periods. And I'm going to show you guys why in a sec. Now, when you place an order here, you have the buy and sell button here. So the default leverage is, I believe, 5x for Bitcoin and it's 3x for shitcoin. So the system that they use is lots. And so when you put a number in here, this is the amount of lots that you're going to purchase. So like you could see that there is a USD converter, like conversion thing right here. And honestly, you don't want to be trading with more than like 40% of the total equity at any given time, just because it's kind of a bad risk management kind of move. So I try to keep, like, if you're trading with a 100K account, don't have more than like 40K worth of positions up at one time. But let's say we were going to do one giant Solana long here. You would select the amount of lots that you want to buy, and you want to put a protection order up because you want to measure exactly how much you're willing to lose. And when I do a stop loss, I like to move to percent of balance here. So select this drop down and do percent of balance. And let's just see what a 1% would have us at. So that would put the price down at 167.15. I think we go a little bit smaller here. Let's go with 400 lots. And that would put a 1% loss, 166.75. Let's put it right below this low. So let's go a little bit lower, 1%, a little bit lower, a little bit lower. Let's just do 300 lots, 1% loss. And that puts us down at 165. Perfect. So I'm not going to send the order because I don't actually know. I haven't done like TA on Sol here, but you get the idea, guys. You're going to kind of like experiment with the lot size, experiment with the percent of balance that you're willing to risk, and you're going to look at that price and you want it to match your TA here. So I actually do not like to risk 1% unless it's like a very confident move. What I actually like to risk is more closer to like 0.15 or 0.25. And this is going to give you like more attempts, more tries to trade before you absolutely bomb the account. Because yes, I could get this account down to like 94 something before it's breached. But once you're like from like 94K to like 95K, it's really hard to get back because you can't take big swings anymore. So you want to kind of keep the risk small, around like 0.1 to like 0.75. Like a whole 1% risk is a lot for a trading account. So keep it small, guys. Keep the risk small. Keep the lot size small. So for instance, this is a very tight stop loss at like 168. So if I wanted to risk 0.25%, I got to go with a much smaller position, perhaps maybe 100 lots, go with like a 0.3, and see that puts our stop down at like 166. And that is a nice trade there. So I'm only using like 8,500 of the 100K. But if we lose, I only lose 0.3% of the account. And my stop loss is down at a nice safe level below that previous low. So this is how like you fudge the metrics, guys. You want to manipulate these metrics in your favor such that you have plenty of attempts to get this account off the ground. You don't want your first loss to kind of put you in the doghouse where you're trading back, trying to escape the gulag on your funded account challenge here. So keep the trade small, keep the lot small, and make sure you're very in tune with your trade metrics before you enter a trade. Some other little rules for trading is to not enter or double down on bad ideas. If you enter one of these trades and it's going against you, don't enter another trade in the same direction trying to like save it. Like just let it die and then reassess the chart later. Don't double down into shit bags. If anything, you want to double down into runners, into winners, and try to maximize winning situations. Don't double down in losing situations. Now, when it comes to actual technical analysis and the strategies that I use to trade, we're going to go on over to tradingview.com. So tradingview.com, this is the platform that I use for all my charting here. And there's two indicators that I mainly use. One is Market Cipher by CryptoFace. CryptoFace is actually my brother, but I'm not just like shilling Market Cipher. This is a tool that I use every day. This is mine and my brother's life's work that we've been using since like 2017. I can show you guys prior examples
of Market Cipher on like the monthly, like calling the tops of bull runs here. Like, look, when these waves are overbought, that's literally the tops of entire bull runs here. So like this indicator has been just our shining jewel, our crystal ball, and it's also our family business. So if you buy Market Cipher, you are also supporting me. But technically with any oscillator, you could get the job done. You just need some way to measure divergence, like price going up, oscillator going down. As long as you understand the concept of divergence, I think that you'll do really well with the trading. Now, there's another indicator that I use. It's actually an indicator that I invented, and it's called Leapfrog. But really all it is it utilizes anchored VWAP. So the strategy that I use is a little different than a lot of traders. It uses VWAP. And so all these lines that you're looking at are VWAPs placed on like the starts of weeks, the starts of months, and the starts of quarters. And also on like some special key dates, like this pink VWAP here is a VWAP placed on inauguration. And like, see this resistance tap of the inauguration day VWAP. So I was able to get in right at that level. And that was how I made the $4,000 right there. I caught that move down to the Trump VWAP right there. And that was how I made my $4,000 that you guys saw in that last video. So sometimes these VWAP interactions are really clean, and you're just gonna like get lucky and pass a challenge or get a big fat withdrawal just by like having a little skill around these anchored VWAPs. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, then you'll always know like which VWAPs are the most important with Bitcoin in the current time. In my opinion, I think the two most important VWAPs for Bitcoin right now are the inauguration day VWAP and then a VWAP from election day. This silver VWAP here is placed on November 4th. And this is, I call it the Trump VWAP. But look at the amazing support that this Trump VWAP has been the last like couple weeks for Bitcoin here. So you have weekly VWAPs, daily VWAPs, monthly VWAPs, specialty VWAPs, all these things. So that comes with the Leapfrog indicator. Instructions down below in the description if you want to pick this up. I'll give it to you like personally by hand for a small amount of crypto. And it also comes with my Discord and all that stuff too. But if you don't want to pay for indicators and you just want to like have my VWAP strategy and you don't want to pay for like extra stuff, you can always use the anchored VWAP tool right here. So I'm going to teach you guys a really cool free basic weekly strategy using VWAP. So you're going to go on your weekly chart and you're going to go here. Actually, let's go on Ripple because I'm going to show you guys the Ripple trade. I have a really cool live trade that I recorded last weekend that I'm going to show you guys here. And so here we are on Ripple. We're going to put our weekly VWAP, just place those anchored VWAPs right on the weekly candles, except let me get rid of these bands here. Okay. So you're going to get that anchored VWAP tool and you're going to place them on weekly candles here. Now, when we zoom into the smaller time frame, look what happened here. So when a new week begins, see this, like this was the start of the week. Look what Market Cipher was looking like. Market Cipher was sloping down. These momentum waves were aiming down. That money flow was trending and pouring out there. The RSIs were coming down as well. And look how far away we were from the previous week's VWAPs here. So we were like 10% away from these old VWAPs from weeks prior. So this was like a key for me to take a trade. This is like a thing that VWAPs do. It's period-based trading. When a new day begins or when a new week begins or when a new month begins, oftentimes what you'll see is that price likes to go back to the previous day, the previous weeks, or the previous month's VWAP, because that's where the price feels safest before it's able to do what it really wants to do. So we get a new week and lo and behold, Ripple starts running right to that previous weekly VWAP there. And this is the trade that I'm going to show you guys in this little video clip here. And basically this is a live trading example that I'm going to show you guys to end this video. And I hope that you take the information from this video with you and you're able to pass your funded challenge, get your first withdrawal, and spread the word on BreakoutProp, because I believe that it's an amazing opportunity for traders to jump in the game without too much skin in the game and prove themselves. And I just think the space is just really blessed to have BreakoutProp. So here is the live trading. Yo, what's up, guys? So we're trying to get into a weekly leapfrog play on Ripple here. We're keeping it tight. If we form a higher high, we're out. We entered a pretty big position with most of the account here on Ripple because we waited all weekend for this moment. Ripple trended very far away from its weekly and previous weekly VWAPs here. So you can see that if we lose today and yesterday's VWAPs, we fall under these green lines here. It does become likely that we trend down like 8 to 12%. So this is a very sizable move, the kind of move that I want you guys looking for on these funded account challenges. That way, the risk of getting into the trade is worth it when this thing actually plays out. So even though we are in an ascending 5-day trend, this is an uptrend here. It's a little risky to short in an uptrend. The VWAPs are pretty reliable. These weekly VWAPs tend to play out. So hopefully the risk is worth it, guys. Got a 100K account challenge on the line here, and I'll update you guys on this trade in a couple hours. It's the following morning. We put a stop loss at our entry here, and it looks like we caught ourselves a fatty. So up almost $3,000 in this position, which is really good, but I think it can keep going down. You can see here that ever since this high volume candle up here, we've been trending beneath that anchored VWAP here. So we still got a long ways to go down. This is a huge move, guys. We can go all the way down to that weekly VWAP at around 255. We're going to hold. We're going to pray. I'll update you guys in a couple hours if this thing comes down to that inauguration day VWAP there. So this Ripple trade is absolutely popping off here. We're at 5,500 PNL now, and we've just crashed, or we're about to crash into this January monthly VWAP and the inauguration day VWAP. So this is a pretty tough level of support here. There might be some Sunday upward price action until we perhaps reject off of one of these VWAPs up here and then continue lower to that SMA. So I'm really considering taking some profits at this level here. If there is a structure flip here, then I will close like a majority of the trade and try to re-enter higher, although it can be a little risky. But we're going to go ahead and probably take some profits here shortly. And later today, probably in the evening, I'll try and record the re-entry, or if it just busts through, then I'll record like the exit down here around the SMA. But either way, this is a banger trade, guys. This is just a reminder to stick with those weekly size moves, the weekly leapfrogs around the turn of the new week. And I know that you guys will find success with this VWAP strategy. XRP looks to be rejecting off of the previous daily VWAP here. Looks like a solid rejection point. Little bearish trigger wave here on the 30-minute. Money flow in the red. A little bit late here because I was taking a nap. But let's throw a big one in here. Let's see if we can do 1% stop. 2.7. Let's see. 1% stop. Let's go with a smaller position. 5. We're going to have to do it small this time, just because I want this risk to be in check here. Go big or go home, I guess. Put all our stop losses here at that old high. Now our size isn't what it used to be, but I don't want to lose all my money in this trade. So, we only entered back in with a small amount, but we are back in and riding this puppy down. So the risk was worth it. So let's keep monitoring this, and I'll update you guys again shortly. Unfortunately, it's almost daily candle close time, and the new VWAP may push the price back up to this VWAP up here. So I don't want to do this, but unfortunately, closing all positions right now, and I'm going to wait to re-enter this when we establish some actual resistance under the new daily VWAP. So I'm going to let the new daily VWAP do its thing, see what happens, and I might re-enter this later. Kind of just a tactical decision just because we see that structure flip right there. So the situation here could get worse, so I'm getting out while I got profits. Yo, guys, so we weren't able to enter back into the Ripple short, and it's now lower than it was before. So getting out of the trade was wise because it did come up and it tested this high off that fresh daily VWAP there. But I wanted to get an entry on the downsloped VWAP here. So see this downslope, fresh daily VWAP there. I'm hoping that price can come up and give me an entry on that line. Otherwise, like it's a little FOMO-y. So I'm hoping like price can bounce here, come up, give me an entry on that daily VWAP, and then I will enter a short. But you don't want to enter a trade like this because you're not entering from a point of strength. You're just kind of FOMOing in. So hopefully, if I'm lucky, we get a bounce, this wave cools off, and I get my entry on that freshly downsloped daily VWAP, and this all plays out according to plan. But I just wanted to add this little segment just as a little lesson on like not FOMOing in just because it's below where you sold before. Let the trade come to you, and trust me, it's gonna pay off. Watch what happens here. Yo guys, so Ripple sliced down. Didn't even give us that entry on the daily VWAP here. It's been real painful watching this thing just roll over and not being in any position here. But, you know, we dumped down to this ascending SMA. So this is probably going to pump up and provide us an entry at that daily VWAP, and we can pray for a continuation down after that, perhaps to that previous weekly VWAP there. Fingers crossed, guys. It's not over yet, but ultimately, if we miss the end of this move, it's not a big deal. We did a great job with the weekly leapfrog idea this week. And so even if we have to wait till next week, it's okay to take 2 weeks to pass a challenge. It's okay to be patient. Let the trades come to you. Don't feel that FOMO, because that's the shit that gets you wrecked. So, but you can't deny that this idea of dumping from like the new weekly VWAP up here down to that previous weekly VWAP so far has been paying and has been helping me pass this funded challenge. So hope you guys have liked this trade so far. If I have anything more to add to this Ripple idea in the next few hours, I'll let you guys know. And that pretty much concludes how that Ripple trade went, guys. So if I hadn't missed that last leg of that move, I would have passed that 100K funded challenge in a single trade. Unfortunately, that's not how it played out because I was trying to kind of micromanage it, and it kind of played out against me. Usually, though, when I micromanage, it does play out overall better because I'm able to take some profits, re-enter at a better price, and keep riding it down. That time, though, it bit me in the ass, and either way, it's okay because I wait for next week's opportunity. And look, the price on Ripple came right down to that previous weekly VWAP. So if you want my leapfrog indicator along with the Discord where I post content like that Ripple trade every week, go ahead and follow the instructions in the description below. If you want these oscillator waves down below here, that's Market Cipher. There's a link in the description for that as well. If you use code BUSINESSMAN, you get 30% off the indicator tools. And just remember that if you sign up with Breakout, you can use my code 538RTT for 2% off your evaluations. And that's pretty much it for the video, guys. If you like this content, smash the like and hit the subscribe button and click that notification bell. You can follow me over on Twitter here at @FloppingGroper. And much love to you guys. Thanks for supporting my channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.